Under the cover of a moonless desert night, two men walk quietly, their hearts steady, their faith unshakable. Ahead lies a journey of hundreds of kilometers. Behind them, the most dangerous city in Arabia for a believer. This was no ordinary migration. This was the Hijrah, the journey of Prophet Muhammad. Peace be upon him, a turning point that would change the course of history forever. 13 years had passed since the Prophet Muhammad began calling his people to the worship of one God. In Makkah, the message of Islam challenged not only false idols, but the very foundations of a society built on tribal arrogance and oppression. For the small group of early Muslims, life became unbearable. They were mocked, beaten, starved, and cast out of their own homes. Families were torn apart. Sumayya bint Qayyat became the first martyr, killed for her faith. Twice, the Prophet advised his followers to migrate to Abyssinia, seeking the protection of a Christian king. But most remained in Makkah, enduring persecution with patience. Still, the Quraysh would not stop until the message of Islam was silenced. In the oasis city of Yathrib, two tribes, Aws and Khazraj, were locked in decades of bloody rivalry. Exhausted by conflict, they yearned for a leader who could unite them. During the season of pilgrimage, a small group from Yathrib met the Prophet Muhammad near Aqaba. They listened to the message of Islam and embraced it. The following year, more came, and more hearts opened. In what became known as the Second Pledge of Aqaba, over 70 men and women from Yathrib pledged their allegiance to the Prophet, inviting him to their city as leader and protector. For the first time, a safe home for the Muslims seemed within reach. The leaders of Quraysh were alarmed. If Muhammad left for Yathrib, the message of Islam would spread like fire. In the Council of Dar al-Nadwa, they plotted a desperate plan to assassinate him. One man from each tribe would strike together so that no single family could be blamed. It was a plan of ruthless precision, but they were plotting against one whom Allah was protecting. That night, the Prophet entrusted his cousin, Ali ibn Abi Talib, with a dangerous task: to sleep in his bed, wrapped in his green cloak, so that the assassins watching outside would think he was still there. As the Quraysh surrounded the house, the Prophet quietly stepped out, reciting verses of the Quran that shielded him from their sight. He joined Abu Bakr, his closest friend, and together they slipped away into the darkness. By the time the Quraysh stormed the house, Ali rose from the bed. The Prophet, peace be upon him, was already gone. The two men hid in the Cave of Thawr, south of Makkah, for 3 days while search parties scoured the desert. At one point, their pursuers came so close that Abu Bakr whispered in fear, "If they look down, they will see us." The Prophet replied with calm assurance, "Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us." Quran 9:40. It is said that Allah sent a spider to weave a web at the cave's entrance and pigeons to nest there, making it seem untouched. Whether symbolic or literal, the lesson endures. When you place your trust in Allah, He protects you in ways beyond imagination. When the search cooled, the Prophet, peace be upon him, and Abu Bakr began their journey, not along the usual northern caravan route, but westward toward the coast, guided by a skilled non-Muslim tracker named Abdullah ibn Uraykit. Along the way, they encountered Suraka ibn Malik, a skilled horseman lured by the reward on the Prophet's head. As Suraka drew close, his horse sank into the sand. Twice he freed it, and twice it sank again. Realizing the divine protection surrounding the Prophet, peace be upon him, Suraka asked for pardon and pledged never to harm them. The rest of the journey was marked by moments of kindness from tribes they met, a reminder that goodness transcends tribe and creed. After days of travel, they reached Quba, a settlement just outside Yathrib. Here, the Prophet, peace be upon him, stayed for several days, building the first mosque in Islam, Masjid Quba, a place of worship, unity, and community. Even today, Masjid Quba stands as a symbol of the Hijrah's purpose, to establish a society rooted in faith and justice. As the Prophet, peace be upon him, entered Yathrib, joy filled the streets. People climbed rooftops and lined pathways singing, "The full moon has risen over us." From that day, Yathrib became known as Madinat al-Nabi, the city of the Prophet. The Hijrah was more than a change of location. It was the beginning of a new chapter, the foundation of a just and united community. So pivotal was this event that the Islamic calendar begins from the year of the Hijrah. From the Cave of Thawr to the streets of Medina, the journey teaches us courage in the face of danger, trust in divine wisdom, and the value of strategic planning. And just like the believers of that time, we too may face moments when we must leave comfort behind to walk toward a greater purpose. For those who place their trust in Allah, every step is guided, every hardship is meaningful, and every journey can change the world. This was the Hijrah, a story not only to be remembered, but to be lived. Share this journey with someone you care about so its lessons reach beyond this moment. And if you believe these stories of courage and faith deserve to be told to the world, join us here at Legends Legacy by subscribing and turning on the bell so you never miss the next chapter of history that shapes who we are today. Until the next story, may peace be upon you.